Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Starkside. While you're here, I do appreciate it if you support the channel by hitting that like button, and if you're new here, please hit that subscribe as well as the notification bell. So today we'll be talking about the Marvel Legends The Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3's Nebula. So here we have Nebula in the windowless packaging for Marvel Legends. So at the front here we get this movie logo for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. At the top we get the team logo itself. At this side, we get an image of the Cosmo Build-A-Figure and a list of the figures for this wave. And at the other side, we get this nice artwork of Karen Gillan as Nebula. And at the back, we get this nice digital render of the figure as well as all the accessories that she comes with. Alright, let's get Nebula out of the packaging. So here we have Nebula. So this review might contain spoilers for the movie, so spoiler warning for those who haven't seen the movie. But if you haven't seen the movie yet, what are you waiting for? Now, before we talk about the figure itself, let's go over the accessories. Besides the Build-A-Figure piece for Cosmo, so Nebula comes with a decent amount of accessories. So we have her normal looking hand here, her cybernetic hand, this blaster, this huge gun, and this blade accessory. So this normal hand looks okay. I like the sculpted details on her glove here, like the padding here, so that's nice. And yeah, I think this looks good. And this cybernetic hand also looks great. I like the gray paint apps that we get here, as well as the sculpted lining, so it blends really well with the rest of her cybernetic arm, as we will see later in this video. We also have her blaster here, which for me looks a bit ordinary or mundane. I wish the gray were a bit darker, more on the gunmetal gray type of gray, but the details look good at the very least. We also got this huge gun that we already got in the past. So here I have the gun that came with the Volume 2 Gamora. I gotta say I like this old one more than this new one, mainly because of the black wash that we get here. I think it makes a lot of the sculpted details pop out even more. So yeah, a bit disappointed with the color on this new one here. Lastly, we get this awesome looking blade for her cybernetic arm, and I think this looks really nice. I like the shade of orange that we get here. I do think a translucent orange type of plastic would have looked better for this piece, much like how they use translucent blue plastic for Iron Man's nanotech blade here. But this isn't so bad, and porting this in is fairly easy. It's a bit of a tight fit, but yeah, this looks really good. Unfortunately, this is not articulated, so that's something I wish this piece did. But I think you can get some awesome photography options with this anyway. And looking closely at the figure itself, so starting with the head sculpt, I think this looks really good. I think this piece here captures the likeness of Karen Gillan as Nebula. I didn't have the chance to get one of the previous Nebula figures in the past, so I'm really glad that I have this new one here. I do wish the face sculpt here had more of a hardened or a bit angry expression, like what she had on the packaging, but I still love what I'm seeing here. Moving on, I think the rest of the figure looks awesome, so I do want to point out first that the entire body here, except for the left arm and the right hand, is the same sculpt as that of the Mantis figure. So comparing these two side by side, so yeah, just the same sculpt, so we get the same amount of detail on both of these pieces here, like the cool shade of blue that they used. The gold paint apps on the Guardians logo in the middle here. You also get the same movable belt with the nice gray paint apps. And yeah, and the legs also look good, like with the Mantis figure, so the paint apps on this figure are just the same. Again, boots also look good. Nice solid black here, really cool. And taking a closer look at the left arm here, I think this looks awesome. I'm not sure if this is a new piece though, since I haven't gotten the chance to get one of the old Nebulas. But if you guys know, I'd appreciate it if you can comment that down below. Anyway, this looks awesome. I like the gray paint apps that we get here, as well as the sculpted line here, with a bit of texturing too, So this blends really well with her cybernetic hand and blade accessories. So overall, I think the sculpt and paint apps on this figure are amazing. Now let's go over the articulation for this figure. So the articulation is almost the same as that of the Mantis figure, but I still want to show it here. So Nebula can look up that far, That's good, and you can look down all the way as well. Her head does rotate, and we do get a bit of neck pivot there. That's awesome. Her arms move upward that far. That's greater than 90 degrees, so that looks great. And bending it down, so the right arm doesn't bend in all the way, but the left arm does, so that's nice. Her shoulders do rotate 360. We get a bicep swivel. Pinless double jointed elbows, that's awesome. Her wrists do rotate and move up and down. She has a diaphragm pivot that allows her to move sideways, bend forward, backwards, and rotate side to side. Her legs can kick forward only that far, so I do wish it could move up a bit more. And not so much backwards. Her hips move outward that far, so that looks cool. She has an upper thigh cut, pinless double jointed knees, boot rotation, so that's always great to have. Her ankles move up and down, and she has ankle pivot as well. Now for some figure comparisons, here's Nebula next to some Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 figures that I have. We have Star-Lord and Mantis. So I think it looks really good when you see them all together with the new uniform here. And I'm actually on the hunt for the Volume 3 Rocket and Drax, as well as the Deluxe Groot, so I'm hoping to get those really soon. And here's Nebula next to some other Guardians figures that I have. We have the Volume 2 Gamora, the Hasbro Basic Rocket, and Teenage Groot. I'm also hoping Hasbro would release a Volume 3 Gamora, as this Gamora has never been seen on screen with this Volume 3 Nebula. So that's my review, the Marvel Legends, the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3's Nebula. So this figure has decent accessories, awesome sculpt, awesome paint apps, and good articulation. So yeah, I like this figure. And if you're wondering where I got this figure from Hobby Korner. So if you want to check that out, there's a link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of this figure. Let me know what you think of my review. Please leave a comment below. And if you like this video, I do appreciate it if you support the channel by hitting that like button. And if you still haven't, please hit that subscribe, as well as the notification bell. You can also follow me on social media, links in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.